Colleagues, thank you for waiting. The Security Council discussed the situation in Yemen this morning, and I have the following elements for you from the Council. The members of the Security Council reiterated their support for a political solution as the only way to end the conflict in Yemen, and their call for the parties to immediately agree on the modalities for a durable cessation of hostilities. The members of the Security Council expressed their continued great concern about the devastating humanitarian crisis in Yemen, in particular the rapid spread of cholera, with over 300,000 suspected cases, as well as the present threat of famine. The members of the Security Council commended the efforts of the United Nations and its implementing partners to continue to deliver humanitarian relief to those most in need, often in challenging environments. The members of the Security Council reiterated their call on all parties to provide safe, rapid, unhindered, and sustained humanitarian access, and to respect the international humanitarian law. The members of the Security Council called for immediate mobilization of additional funds to cover acute humanitarian needs, and called on the donors to deliver their commitments at the Geneva Pledging Conference of 25th April 2017. The members of the Security Council reaffirmed their support for the Secretary General's Special Envoy for Yemen, Ismail Old Sheikh Ahmed, and reiterated their call to all parties to engage in peace talks and resume an inclusive political process. The members of the Security Council reiterated their support for the presidential statements of 15 June and recognized the need for all parties to convert the words of the text into action. Thank you.
Ambassador, Stephen O'Brien called on the Council to lean on the parties to the conflict more effectively to try and bring an end to this. What action do you think the Security Council could take?
The one very important and united response is the elements I just read out. It represented the will of the Security Council, and it covers various aspects of the current challenge that we see in Yemen.
Ambassador, can you update us on North Korea? Last week, the U.S. ambassador talked about sending a resolution in the coming days. It's been a while. What can you tell us?
Well, the Security Council is dealing with this issue, and I'm sure as the developments are more, as we see more of the developments, we'll let you know as the time comes.
Mr. Ambassador, going back to Yemen, what more can the Security Council do? I mean, statements are fine, but are individual countries applying pressure on the parties and their backers to try and resume negotiations? I note that it was mentioned that China helped arrange a conversation between the special envoy and the Houthis.
Yeah, as I understand it, the Council members do see eye to eye with each other on the gravity of the situation and also the things that need to be done by the Council members and also by a wider circle of countries to help improve the situation in Yemen. And I think it is important that the Security Council continues to weigh in on this issue, and also members work outside the Security Council on the important parties in the country, in the region, so that we achieve a improvement of the situation in terms of the political process, cessation of hostilities, and the solution of the acute humanitarian crisis, famine and cholera. I think it will take efforts both inside and outside the Security Council. And so insofar as China is concerned, our efforts are ongoing, and we certainly will continue to be helpful. Thank you.
Ambassador, when do you think we might see action on DPRK?
The action is ready.